Hi, Doug Andrew here. Welcome to this episode in the series, Does IUL really work? Yeah, our goal here is to give you examples of actual indexed universal life insurance policies that have been structured correctly and funded properly, because when they are, they can perform as a superior capital accumulation tool for goals like retirement, or maybe college funding for your kids and grandkids, working capital for business, real estate management, all kinds of financial goals. That's why I call a properly structured index universal life policy a laser fund. Laser is an acronym that stands for liquid asset safely earning returns. So I have with me here my son, Imran. He's one of the top IUL specialists in America. He's also a co-author with me on many books. When you watch very many of my educational episodes or read our books, you will discover that my favorite financial vehicle for long-term goals is a max-funded IUL. But it must be structured correctly and funded properly so that your money will accumulate tax-free. You can access that money income tax-free, and when you finally pass away, it blossoms and transfers income tax-free under 3 sections of the Internal Revenue Code. Now, if you don't know about all of that, there's educational episodes. The purpose of this video is for Imran to show you an example, because we have people that say, well, this sounds good, almost too good to be true. Do you have an illustration of actual policies that have actually performed? Yes, we do. We have naysayers that say, well, I've never seen one actually perform like the agent illustrated. You're about to see one that outperformed what was illustrated. So Imran, take it away with this client who designed this policy, about 12 years ago? Is that about right?
Yeah, it was. It was back in 2010, 12 years ago.
And he's going to show you what happened, and then I'm going to come back on and help you claim your free copy of the Laser Fund book if you want to study more about what he's going to illustrate. So take it away.
Thank you. Well, again, excited to be with you again here today and going over another case, another actual case study here where I met this client back 12 years ago. He's in sales and looking at wanting to make sure he saves for his own retirement. He was contributing to his 401k plan, trying to get a match with his company. We helped him stay balanced. He still has this 401k, but he was able to start this IUL laser fund to be able to have a balanced retirement approach where he's got tax-free money, not just taxable money. So he's got some taxable and some tax-free funds in here. And we originally illustrated him putting in money in for the next, 10 years. So if he's putting money in for the next 10 years into this life insurance policy, 10, 11 years, then he was looking at retiring. And he retires, and he actually did retire last year. So right on schedule. We were going to go 11 years, retire. He did that a year ago. We're 12 years into the policy, and he can now start taking out the income whenever he needs or wants. He hasn't needed to take out any money out of this insurance policy as of yet, but he knows he can. And the great thing is we originally illustrated him with a projected growth rate of 9.5%. And what I want to do is I want to look at the current policy statement. So this is the current policy statement as of right here. If we look at this, it's as of May 25th of 2022. Okay, and he started this back in May of 2010. And as we look at it, he has averaged actually 9.74%. Compared to the 9.5% that we were actually illustrating, the maximum illustrated rate at 9.5%, he's actually been able to outperform that by almost 25 basis points. But not only that, we've been able to get some other internal things in there, getting the cost to be able to reduce on this policy by making sure the cash grows. And as we grow, we reduce the expenses. We do that by making sure over here, he's got a $550,000 death benefit. Okay, so he's got originally a $550,000 death benefit. He passes away. His wife and his children are still going to get $550,000. But because, as we teach in the Laser Fund, really the theory and the strategy behind here, and if you wanted to be able to give yourself the potential to have these same kind of results, you need to follow the strategy. If you step outside of the strategy, you can't expect to have these kind of results. But if you follow the strategy, you'll set yourself up to have the opportunity to have these kind of results here. And so he's got currently right here just shy. I mean, he's only $600 shy right here of $300,000. So he basically has $299,417.74. So essentially, he's got $300,000 inside this insurance policy. If he were to die, his kids are still going to get that $550,000, which means he self-insured himself for $300,000. That $300,000 is now part of that $550,000, which allows him to only be paying for, realistically, a $250,000 life insurance policy. So we've been able to significantly reduce the cost of insurance, the mortality cost on this insurance policy, and we continue to reduce it as this $299,000 does continue to grow. We've had him diversified over the years. He's had, even currently right now, he's got $17,000 in the fixed account right now. He's got 7.91%, he's averaged 7.91%. He's got $43,000 or 14% in the 1-year account. He's got $143,000 in the 1-year high cap account right here. He's also he's been able to get 28% returns on the 1-year no cap, and he's been able to average 11.66% in the 5-year. And the great thing about the 5-year is I haven't even actually earned interest. We're still waiting until this August to get interest on this $94,000. So with it growing to $299,000 and averaging that 9.74%, I haven't even actually finished earning interest on that $94,000 yet. And if we get another average return of 11% on that $94,000, it will easily bump that number up to over 10% average potentially this August. And he's definitely very much looking forward to seeing that. So that's where it's at. If he needed to income, I mean, he at $299,000 right now. If he want to take out tax-free, he could take out a maximum policy loan of up to $298,000, giving us the liquidity, right? When Doug talks about the laser fund liquidity, we've got the liquidity inside of this IUL here. And we did that by making sure we followed the strategy and maximum funded. Now, originally his projection looked something more like this here. So he started again here at age 59, year 1 right here. This was in 2010. His premium schedule is looking at that right here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on that. So he was looking at putting in just shy of $40,000, $39,933 in year 1, year 2. And then he was dropping it down to $14,000 a year going into the insurance policy until year 11. And then after year 11, he's retiring, which he did do. He retired last year in year 11, and he can start taking out income if he needs or wants to. But after that, he was supposed to have $255,000 after 11 years. Okay, $255,000, $269,000. I'm just going to kind of highlight some of those numbers in right there. So he's after year 10, 11. So after year 11, he's supposed to have $255,000. After year 11, he's supposed to have $269,000. And right here, we actually have $299,000 right here. Instead of having $269,000, we have $299,000. Like I mentioned, I haven't even actually earned my interest on that 5-year account until this August. And once I get to this August, it will even go above $300,000 just 12 and a half years into this life insurance policy. After the end of at the end of 13 years, he would have $283,000. At the end of 14 years, he's supposed to have $297,000. So realistically, we're 2 years ahead of what we projected for him 12 years ago. So 12 years ago, when I told him, you'll be at $269,000, he's actually at $299,000 at that exact same period of time, which he wasn't supposed to hit until year 14. And that is the potential and the power of what is possible inside of an IUL, giving this client the freedom and the ability to be able to retire with even more funds and resources, shoring up his financial future even more so than when we had started with him. And again, to be able to pursue this, if you want to give yourself the opportunity to have these similar results or get close to what your illustration is showing, or you want to be able to hit that, follow the strategies that we teach in here on how to structure and fund an IUL correctly. When you do that, you create a laser fund. And just like this client here, 12 years later, he is enjoying this money and other monies in his retirement for the rest of his life, tax-free.
So thank you, Emran, for illustrating this. This client has got to be super happy.
Oh, absolutely.
Probably not his entire retirement, but a great supplement to be able to not only achieve what he was intending to achieve by the 14th year, but do that in the 12th year. And you haven't even added in probably the extra 10 or 15,000 he'll get at the end of the 5-year strategy. So he's way ahead, which also means that with that 300,000, he doesn't need the money, but he could probably start a payout of 25,000 or even close to 30,000 a year, tax-free, for as long as this account lasts, if it continued to earn the average of 9 3/4, correct?
Correct.
Especially by using some of the index loans, or where he's able to use a participating loan and borrow at a lower rate and earn a higher rate on the cash value.
Absolutely. And I didn't put in here, this is actually one of 3 policies he has. So he actually has 3 policies that are all very similar. They all have over $300,000 in them. So he actually has closer to $1 million for his retirement.
So anyway, hopefully you're seeing, IUL really does work. And we have many, many clients where maybe we underpromised and we're over-delivering, which we love to do. So if this is intriguing you and you want to learn more and you have not claimed your free copy, you can go to Amazon and pay $20, but I want to gift you a copy of this book. It's flying off of our warehouse shelf, so don't miss out. You simply go to laserfund, laserfund.com, or click on the link below. You contribute a nominal amount towards the shipping and handling, have some skin in the game. I'll cover the rest of that, and I'll pay for the book. I'll fire out a copy to you. There's options there also if you would rather listen and learn or watch and learn. We also have educational events we do on a regular basis. But if you want to talk to an IUL specialist like Imran about how this can be designed for you, for your brighter future, please take advantage of picking their brain and having them run some illustrations for you, because we would love to underpromise and overdeliver for your brighter future.